in spirit, nutrition, your brother, your friend, your dietitian, back again for another installment. Money is just like the force, and may the force be with you. Let's get it popping. So when I refer to the force, I'm talking about that mysterious energy, that great, powerful energy that is mentioned in the Star Wars saga, the Star Wars films. It's an energy manipulated by Jedi, and it's found in every living thing in the universe. It permeates everything in the universe or in their galaxy. It's used for good by the Jedi, and it's used for horrible, bad things by the Sith, which really the Sith and Jedi are like the opposite sides of the same coin. You know, good and evil, up and down, hot and cold. Without one, there could be no other. So they represent the dark side of the Force, the Sith, and the Jedi represent the light side of the Force, or the good side, or the, you know, harmonious, peaceful side of the Force. Not necessarily peaceful, because they put in work, but they represent the selfless side, the serving side of the Force. But the Force is neutral. The Force is neutral. I was talking to my brothers about it on New Year's, and we were talking about how essentially the Force is straight neutral. It's just like life. Like, you come here and you can make it into whatever you want. You can create your heaven or your hell. And Anakin, who really is the hero of Star Wars, people, you know, say he's the, you know, Darth Vader, but really he's been the hero since he came on the scene. He was the chosen one. He, you know, was a master Jedi. He, you know, went to the dark side, but he mastered both sides of the Force. He wasn't afraid of the Force, because the Force is neutral. You can use it for negative or positive. It's the same way with money. People have all these negative emotions and energy around money, but I say, may money be with you. May the Force be with you, because money is neutral. You can use it to donate to a charity, to or a nonprofit organization, or you can use it in a method to oppress someone. So money is really neutral. It's just an instrument. It has no actual, it's cotton money. It's cotton. It's made from cotton and ink. It's like, for example, I have this $2 bill. It's just neutral. It has no bearing on how I decide to use it. I can go buy a crack, or I can go buy a grapefruit or a mango or something. So, or I could buy a book that will uplift me, or give it to a child, or invest in stock, or what have you. So money really is neutral. There's actually a more on the back of here. That's another story. It's another conversation. But the point is money is neutral. So the Anakin brought neutrality to the Force, because he showed that we can manipulate and we can dip in both sides, because that's how human beings are. We can deal with money in a negative aspect and let it control us, or we can use money for good. Money should be a servant, just like the Force is our servant. We use the Force. The Force doesn't use us. We are the masters of the Force, and so we're masters of money. So with money, it shouldn't be about, you know, you being a slave to money. Money should be your slave. Money is my servant. It's not my master. And so, another thing about money and the Force is that money treats you how you treat money. So if you hate money, money hates you. It's gonna stay away from you. If you have anger in your heart towards money because of being evicted when you were a child, living in poverty when you were a child, seeing the wealthy, and you being a have-not as a child, so now, or as an adult, and so now you have a negative relationship with money, anger and envy towards, you know, those who have money. It's never going to come to you, because really it's the Force. It's universal. and it's neutral. So if you see your brother man that's doing well, and you have negative, envious thoughts towards him, no, you should be happy for that person, because the universe doesn't see a separation between your energy and their energy. All the universe sees is energy. So if you are at a point where you're having negative thoughts about abundance for somebody else, and money for somebody else, or wealth and happiness for somebody else, the universe is saying they're not resonating with abundance. They're not resonating with happiness. They're not resonating with money in abundance. You know, $2 bills, $20 bills, whatever you rock with, they're not resonating with that. So you're not gonna get that energy. It's the same way with Anakin when he was lured to the dark side. Yoda couldn't be lured to the dark side because Yoda stamped out his anger towards, towards life, or he stamped out greed. So dealing with finance, you can't deal with greed. You can't deal with a miserly, lifestyle where you're hoarding all your money. You have to stamp that out and be open and abundant and generous. Because if you have anger, animosity, greed in your system dealing with money, you're never going to get it. Or if you have fear of losing it, you're never going to get it. What was the fall of Anakin when he went to the dark side of money, or dark side of the force? He was afraid of getting it, or afraid of losing it. He was afraid of losing it. A lot of people have fear of losing money. What did Yoda say? You have to learn how to let go of the things that you're afraid of losing. So we can go, money is my slave, man. We can go invest this. We can go spend this. We can go share this with somebody. It's going to come back. It's more where this came from. It's just energy. There's some people that are so poor, all they have is money, and they're terrified of losing it. And they're ripped apart in the inside. Billionaires, millionaires, who are just shredded in the inside because they're afraid that their wealth is going to move like that. But really, when you know that the wealth is within, I can't lose this. It's impossible. There's more where that came from. I can't lose it. It's within me. You have to change the way that you look at money. Money is neutral. It is just cotton. It matters how we see things. Have an abundance consciousness. See money in the positive light. Don't be afraid of losing it. Use it. Share it. Circulate it. Invest it. Study it. And grow. Master it like you do with the force. Don't go to the dark side because you're afraid of losing money. Don't go to the dark side because you don't feel like you're deserving or worthy of money. That's another issue, is that a lot of our people, we don't feel worthy of it. Like right now, I created this beautiful situation for myself, but because of what society told me, because what society is showing in symbols and pictures of only certain people living in abundance, or the average person living a certain lifestyle. When I project in my mind, or my creative imagination of an alternate reality, a way that I could live in abundance, I start doubting myself. Is that possible? One. And two, am I worthy of it? Do I deserve it? But now I always tell myself I'm 100% worthy. Like I got that jewel from Ralph Smart. My brother, I got that from my brother. But the whole idea of self-worth, Ralph Smart's been, really putting that out into the ethers. And of course, everybody has those thoughts individually, but he really been pushing it and stamping it, is you are worthy. I am worthy. So now I'm living in a situation where I'm living in abundance. Money is flowing in abundance. Riches are flowing like rivers because I'm worthy of it. In fact, I'm even worthy of even more. More is going to come. So don't feel that you're fearful. Don't be afraid of losing it. Don't feel like you don't deserve it. Don't feel like it's evil. The force is evil, or money is evil, or there's something wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with the force. The force is neutral. It doesn't care if you buy candy with it or if you buy whole grain bread. It doesn't even care if you buy, sweet potato pie, or the ingredients for homemade sweet potato pie, or if you buy Snickers bar. It's neutral. It's neutral. You think the universe cares if you make $2,000 every day. You think the universe cares if you make, 15 racks a week, 15,000 a week? That's neutral, man. You could be using that for positivity. Think about how much like these large organizations are making. There's organizations like the Golden Temple. Look up the Golden Temple. The Golden Temple is in Punjab. It's based off the Sikh religion and principles of sharing and charity. They feed over 100,000 people a day. How much money, how much energy does it take to feed 100,000 people a day for free, regardless of race, religion, gender? This is money in abundance. This is the force moving in abundance. It is neutral. You can take that money, create a golden temple, and feed 100,000 people every single solitary day. Even, let's say it costs $1 to feed 100,000 people. That means it's 100,000 people per day getting fed. 100,000 people per day getting fed. That's $100,000 per day generated out of that Golden Temple. So you multiply that by 365, you got $36 million worth of food being given out to people at the Golden Temple per year. $100,000 per day. You feel what I'm saying? Even if it only costs 10 cents, it would still be $3 million a year. Right? Is that correct? 10% should be 3 mil. It should be 3.6 mil. 3.65 mil. So this is the neutrality of money. Don't have negative thoughts about money. Have positive thoughts about it. You're the master of money. You're the master of the force. You can use it for good. You are a Jedi. Okay? If you get fearful about it, you're going to go to the dark side. The dark side includes you either being broke and living in poverty and having nothing, or you're making so much money, you're making racks, but you don't share it. You are fearful. You're still in the scarcity mind state because you think that you're going to lose it. And then you don't think you're worthy of it. Sharing abundance. Understand the true power of money. Really, the true power of money is that you're the instrument. You're the real money. You're the electrifier. You're the thing that gives it life. Even in the stock market, it's all based off of consumer habits, consumer life. If everyone stopped eating McDonald's, that shit was shut down. Excuse my language, but it was shut down. I like buying Fossil watches. Every year I buy a Fossil watch, but now every year I'm gonna buy shares of Fossil up to the price of a watch, and I'm gonna buy a Fossil watch because it makes sense to say that if I know that every year I want to buy a Fossil watch, that means that company is generating revenue and receiving funds from a consumer, which is myself. So therefore, it would make sense to own a share in the company, also to invest in a company that makes watches for Michael Kors, for Burberry, etc. It only makes sense. But that's neutral. That has nothing to do with, negative or positive. Money's not evil. It's like the force. It's neutral. And may money be with you in abundance. Your brother, your friend, your dietitian back again for another installment. I'm really busy. I need to make more videos, get in more subscribers. I want to say give thanks to you all. Share if you will. If not, just enjoy it. Your brother, your dietitian, your brother, your friend, your dietitian back again for another installment. In spirit, nutrition, live in abundance. Don't trip. Don't limit yourself. We're in the age of abundance, all right? So, peace and blessings. Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year. This is a time to reflect on the year that's passed, on your flaws, on your progress, on your retrogression, if you've been going backwards, on your downward spiral. Reflect on your life. Meditate on where you've gone and where you plan on going, where you are. Meditate on your habits, really. It's your habits of mind, your habits that you do on a day-to-day basis. They determine your life. So your thought habits and your life habits determine your life. Everybody wants to, make these drastic changes. or trying to make these resolutions, in the beginning of the year, but you wanna check those thought habits and those actual everyday habits, because thought habits determine one's life, because thought is the cause of it all. It creates. So whatever you're constantly thinking about, you become, and you attract, and you draw towards you. It gravitates. Things that match your mind state gravitates towards you. And then with actions is the only thought is action on the plane of consciousness, and action is action on the plane of the physical manifest. And so action is the only thing that changes things physically. And so in order to change your life, you have to change your physical habits. So check those. Your brother, your friend, your dietitian, back again for another installment in Spirit Nutrition. Bless up.